we heard a little bit about your experience with Atlanta Public Schools. I wondered what you could tell me about your time at Fulton as a teacher and a principal. Any lessons or takeaways or?
So as I said, I spent 21 years, solid years, consistently in Fulton County Schools. It was the most amazing experience ever. To teach at the school you attended as a student, to coach at the school you attended as a student, to be principal at the middle school and the high school that you attended as a student. To do all of that over the course of 21 years, it was invaluable. I always felt at home. And people knew that if there's nothing I knew the city of East Point. I could tell you about every nook and cranny. And having spent 21 years, I went through a cycle where students I taught became parents whose students I was principal over. So to have that full circle moment in Fulton County Schools was unbelievable. From a structural standpoint, though, Fulton County did a great job at just teaching me strategic planning. That was something that was a strong suit in Fulton County. And if you understand anything about progress in public schools, you have to have a strong, strategic, moving, breathing document in the form of a strategic plan. And I learned that in Fulton County Schools. The relationships very similar to how they are here, because I remember taking pictures of individuals who taught in a couple of the schools where I was principal, and we all attended the school as well. So that pride, people looked at it, they respected it, and it kind of became the linchpin for all the work that we did. So it was a great experience. I would not trade it for the world. If there's anything that Fulton County Schools taught me, is the power and the importance of keeping a school level lens no matter how high you go. So even as superintendent of Bibb County Schools, I carry with me a school sensitive lens in any of my decisions. And then of course, a student first lens. The motto for Fulton County Schools for the longest was where students come first. Superintendents came and went, but you know what they didn't change? They didn't change that motto because it made sense. So I'm still operating from that standpoint. I owe that to my foundation in Fulton County Schools.
So this strategic planning is coming up soon or,
Yes.
or in progress. I don't know. What do you want the public to know about, your vision for the district and your strategic plan that we might not have heard already in a video or in
Oh wow, you probably heard it all, but let me I'll cover a couple of pieces. So in terms of this next strategic plan, which will likely cover 5 years, the most important thing the public needs to know is that this is not a document that we will create in isolation. We will take careful time to cover the entire community and give all stakeholders an opportunity for their voice to be heard, so that when that strategic plan is put together, everybody can say that I had a part in that particular plan. So we'll be very strategic and careful about how we arrange community engagements, student engagements, staff engagements, and the like with the business community, so that everybody has a hand in the strategic plan. They also need to know this won't be something that we start today and finish in 2 weeks. A true strategic planning process is like an Amazon truck. You take all the time in the world to load that truck up, but you have to put the right pieces on that truck, and that truck does not move until everything is on that truck. And that takes a while, but once that truck gets going, it's hard to stop that truck. And that's the approach that we intend to take. The other thing they need to know is that everything, I'm assuming everybody's going to agree with this, but everything that drives that strategic plan will be led by the nucleus, and that is student achievement. And everything else will wrap itself around that. Unless we disagree that needs to be our focus, that's what the intended focus is going to be. But we're in a space now where what I don't want to do as superintendent is come and impose my views and impose my thoughts, as much as I want to be a thought partner with other individuals and then put myself in the space to lead the effort that I know that is well fed by the needs, the concerns, and the input of the entire community. However, I do know that there are 2 critical things that are on my mind as far as the vision is concerned, and that is to cultivate a strong desire to learn in every student and to co-create a path to success for every single student. And then they whittle that down to something that happens literally every single day. And we put all those every single days together to create great years for every single student.